Tra Carson last season for the Texas A&M Aggies averaged over 5 yards per carry and scored 7 touchdowns, and now he has just completed his first workout of August camp for 2014. Our coverage continues courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. And Trey, I think when you got to A&M, people may have thought of you in short yardage situations, but late last year you broke off 2 long touchdown runs, one against Missouri and Duke, and they were big. Have you kind of focused on being kind of an every down back lately?
Well, honestly, I always knew that I was an every down back, but it was just my role on the team at the time, so I just played my role and do whatever it takes to help the team win.
And then off-season workouts with Larry Jackson, we hear so much about them. Are they as grueling as you guys say they are?
They're very brutal and very intense, but a lot of people like them though because they're very intense and he brings the energy every day.
When you think about the stable of backs that are on this team, that obviously brings competition amongst guys like yourself, Trey Williams, Brandon Williams, James White's in the mix now. How do the 4 of you handle the competition amongst yourselves?
We all root for each other and want each other to do good, so it's not very hard to come out here and compete every day. I mean, those guys, they want to get better, so everybody just works hard and we root for each other, so it works out.
This August, you got about 26, 27 days before you play South Carolina in that opener. Have you spelled out any individual goals for yourself?
Not any individual goal specific. I just want to do whatever it takes, do whatever my coaches ask me to do to help the team.
And is part of that blocking? I mean, I talked to David Beatty with wide receivers, and he kind of grades those guys on what they do without the football. With Coach McKinney in the running backs room, is it kind of the same way?
Yeah, it's very important to block and protect the quarterback and pick up the blitz. You have to be able to do that to play for Coach McKinney.
And then these quarterbacks, there's a competition right there in front of you. They're going to have to be able to distribute the ball to you. What is your description of the 2 guys competing, Kyle Allen and Kenny Hill?
I think both of those guys have done a great job all summer and coming into camp, so I think they're ready to compete against each other, and the best man will win.
I do have to ask you a defensive question. You're butting heads with those guys every day on the other side of the ball. Who would you say, I know you hadn't put pads on yet, but you've seen these guys in the past. When the pads go on, who's the best tackler and the toughest to get away from on the other side of the ball?
See, the most for sure tackler on the defense, I'll have to go with 2 guys. First, Howard Matthews, and second, DeShazer Everett. And now the hardest hitter, that's a different category. One, I'll have to go with Reggie Chevis, and second, Floyd Raven, probably.
Without pads, can it be a little frustrating for a guy like you? Do you want to get physical and get those pads on?
Without pads, it can be frustrating because, you know, that's a part of my game. So just running through the other and the guys tag off on you and then they think they got you. I mean, it is kind of frustrating, but I just deal with it.
We got a few more days to wait to put those pads on, but we thank you for the time here after this first practice.
Thank you for having me.
Tra Carson right here on 12thman.com. Again, brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.